What's up, everybody? Magic with RaceNews.com here to watch the Grade 1 Pacific Classic at Del Mar on Saturday, September 2nd. Race 10. This is a mile and a quarter race that attracted 11 entries. 10 will run. There's a scratch of one horse. Going a mile and a quarter in this Breeders' Cup winning, you're in for the Classic. And what a showdown we're going to have. The return of Geaux Rocket Ride, who is the favorite right now at 8-5. The winner of the Haskell Stakes last time out, defeating Arabian Knight, who also returns here. Arabian Knight went down in that race after setting a very hot pace. He had kind of some cheap speed was with him that day. We'll slow down Andy, kind of do the same thing. We'll find out in this spot. If you want to watch the replay along with me as I'm analyzing it in the moment, click the box right up above here. As far as this race goes, I did put Geaux Rocket Ride on top. I ended up singling him in my pick 5 ticket after Phases scratched earlier on the card. I just think that this horse, third off of the layoff later in his 3-year-old year, has a ton of potential. But also, there's a race called the Shared Belief Stakes that is open. It's restricted to just 3-year-olds. It's going 2 turns. It's ungraded, but he's already got the Grade 1 win, the Breeders' Cup win in year-in berth from winning the Haskell. Why would Richard Mandela put him here unless he's just training lights out? And he could very easily win the Shared Belief and pocket. That basically would be a paid workout for him. So kind of why I landed with him here. But Arabian Knight, same situation, right? Bob Baffert putting him here. John Velasquez didn't ride here today. He's going to have Flavien Prat aboard for the first time. Instead, John Velasquez opting to ride at Kentucky Downs. Huge purses there, I understand, but I didn't love the fact that Velasquez got off of him because, as Mike Somich pointed out on the Magic Mike show, if Arabian Knight wins, Prat's not losing this mount for the Breeders' Cup Classic. If you're Velasquez, you just lost a Breeders' Cup Classic possible favorite in Arabian Knight. But we'll see what happens here. They're all in the gate, and they're off. Good break for most of them. Senior Buscador is going to be at the rear. You kind of expect that for him. Geaux Rocket Ride broke very beautifully from the rail, and Mike Smith brings him right out to about the 3 or 4 path there and actually shuts off Slow Down Andy from contending for the pace, which Slow Down Andy and I are going to take back. That's an interesting move because I expected him to be the one to kind of make things most difficult for Arabian Knight. Arabian Knight, by the way, does lead under the wire the first time. He does have the long shot Paroli pressing off of his hip there, but Arabian Knight will have sole command going into the first turn. Geaux Rocket Ride right on his heels. It's almost like Mike Smith did that on purpose with Geaux Rocket Ride. Slow Down Andy now 4th. Defunded is going to be out 5th around the 2021 race winner here, Tripoli. Skinner, there's a huge gap back then at Skinner. It's Order in Law. There's Stiletto Boy way at the back there with Senior Buscador. So interesting, this Stiletto Boy that far back. Not showing any fractions. They must be having timer issues at Del Mar. Good thing of a good friend of the show and program, John Lees, is they're hand timing every single race. So we can at least get some good fractions from him. Get good fractions posted eventually. But right now it's still Arabian Knight. He still has Paroli kind of chasing him. Slow Down Andy's making a 3-wide move. Defun is going to try and go 4 wide if he's got it. Arabian Knight still the lead at the 5/16. Geaux Rocket Ride still hugging the rail. And it looks like Mike Smith just said go. Sorry, now they're at the 5/16 pole. Geaux Rocket Ride now is in 3rd. Slow Down Andy in 2nd at the quarter pole. About to take the lead from Arabian Knight. Geaux Rocket Ride's going to have to go 3 wide possibly here. It's the trip you wanted if you wanted Geaux Rocket Ride. Arabian Knight ended up being the 2-1 favorite slightly. He has a slight lead over Slow Down Andy. Here comes Geaux Rocket Ride. This is a finish for the ages. Arabian Knight fighting. Geaux Rocket Ride closing. Geaux Rocket Ride. Final jumps. Arabian Knight held him off. Wow. Geaux Rocket Ride 2nd. Arabian Knight won it. Unbelievable performance from Arabian Knight and from Geaux Rocket Ride. Holy We just got, after you saw Arcangelo do what he did in the Travers Stakes, and we thought, all right, there for sure is a 3-year-old that's going to be tough to beat in the Breeders' Cup Classic. You just added 2 more for sure. Arabian Knight made every step a winning one. Handled the mile and the quarter distance. Handled having Slow Down Andy press him. Final time 2:03.1. So at least we get a final time on that. But no idea what the fractions are in the middle, and that's really what kind of matters to me, is especially those come-home times. Geaux Rocket Ride gave a hell of an effort. You know who came flying late? Give him a shout-out. Senior Buscador, winner of the Grade 2 San Diego Handicap. He comes late and actually he's close for 4th there. Skinner 5th, defunded a well-beaten 6th, and then a big gap back to everybody else. Wow, Arabian Knight, what a performance from that horse. Now, you could kind of excuse his Haskell Stakes defeat if you were a supporter of him, because he was making his first start in 175 days. You hadn't seen him since the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes, 6 months. You know, it's a 6-month gap shipping from California to Monmouth Park. And got sucked into a hot pace. This time, second off the layoff. The longer distance, I think, helped because you didn't have anybody kind of go and push him, right? Slow Down Andy was the horse I thought was most likely to press him. It didn't happen. There's the final time. So they did have times here. All right, so 23.35, 46 and 3, 111 and 2, 136 and 4, and then the final time 203.19. So it got slow at the end there for him, but you had Arabian Knight making his second start off the long layoff, as I was saying here. And you had Geaux Rocket Ride making third start off of a 3-month layoff where he had a slight issue. I believe it was a fever that caused him to miss the San Diego Derby. Hell of an effort from both of those horses. Take nothing away from either one of them in this spot. Those two horses definitely need to go off to the Breeders' Cup Classic. A correct decision by both trainers to skip the Shared Belief tomorrow. That's ungraded, $100,000 purse. That's what I was saying, right? Like at the beginning, is that that was kind of a clue that both of these horses are probably going to be very tough here. John Velasquez, I hope that you staying in Kentucky Downs was worth it, because I don't know if you're getting that mount back from Flavien Prat. That was such a beautiful effort from Arabian Knight. A beautiful effort from Geaux Rocket Ride. Take nothing away in defeat. I thought both these horses fantastic. Slow Down Andy, let's run through the field the rest of the way here. This was his third start off the layoff. Was second in the Grade 2 San Diego, last out to Senior Buscador, who now they finished third, and Buscador was 4th here. Both of these horses, great efforts. Mile and a quarter, I didn't think either one of them would really like that much, but they handled it here to get 3rd and 4th, but they weren't close to the top 2. I think both of these horses, I even thought before this race, both of these horses were going to be best suited in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. So that's where I would go. Senior Buscador last year was 8th in that race. Slow Down Andy was 3rd. Cody's Wish won that race and went off on that huge tear until he lost in the Whitney Stakes. By the way, targeting the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. So you could have one hell of a Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile as well if those two horses return to face Cody's Wish and whoever else shows up. Outside of that, I didn't really have much interest in any of those horses coming into this spot. Defunded, that's the second straight race where he's run kind of flat. He doesn't like Del Mar, and I've said that that he's thrown up a lot of clunkers. Yes, he won the Grade 3 Native Diver here last year at Del Mar, but that was November 27th. That is within a few weeks of the Breeders' Cup, meaning none of the good horses, like the really good horses that would pose a challenge to him, were in that spot. And you can see that he basically won by 5 lengths as a 3-5 favorite. So not going to defund it if he goes to the Awesome again, depending on who else is there. You would think Arabian Knight and Geaux Rocket Ride probably both will be spaced out and go to the straight to the Breeders' Cup Classic off of this, which, it's 2 months for him. That's sensible, I think, in this day and age. But if Defunded goes to the Awesome again, and Baffert wants to see if he can do it, remember, he did win that race last year, gate to wire. Slow Down Andy, 3rd in that race, so maybe we'll see Slow Down Andy there. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this. What do you think? Were you on Arabian Knight? Were you on Geaux Rocket Ride? Are you like me and excited to see both of these 3-year-olds? They're now, each one's got to win over the other in a Breeders' Cup win and year in race. So we'll see what happens. I'm very pumped up. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Before you leave, make sure like the video, subscribe to youtube.com/racingdudes, and visit racingdudes.com for free picks for every race, every track across the country. Until next time, good luck at the races. RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track. Summer's here, our picks are heating up. We want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel right now. Click the notification bell. You don't want to miss a single one of our awesome videos. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.